two leaders, separated by decades, continents, and circumstances. Nelson Mandela, emerging from 27 years in prison to unite a fractured nation. Jacinda Ardern, guiding New Zealand through unprecedented crises while redefining what powerful leadership looks like. While others calculated political moves, they channeled something far greater. While others managed from their minds and their egos, they led from their souls. This wasn't just leadership. It was divine transmission. What they accessed and what 99% of leaders will never discover is the spiritual technology behind impossible transformation. Today, we decode their secrets. Forget everything you think you know about leadership, charisma, strategy, even emotional intelligence. These are surface level tools. Mandela and Ardern operated from something our world had forgotten, the soul level of human potential. At this level, leaders don't just manage people, they elevate human consciousness itself. They become conduits for what I call divine love embodiment, which is where you're experiencing complete love, belonging, and connection as the power source. And this isn't theory. It's the spiritual operating system behind every truly transformational leader in history. They understood something profound. When you align your divine nature, you don't force change. You become the field in which miraculous transformation naturally occurs. And that's what happened with both of these leaders. Let's begin with Nelson Mandela. After 27 years of imprisonment, the world watched as he faced the ultimate leadership test. He held a choice that would define South Africa's future: revenge or reconciliation. And while every political strategist would have calculated the risks, Mandela accessed something different: higher consciousness awareness. He understood the oneness that connects all humanity. This wasn't political maneuvering. This was spiritual evolution made visible. Mandela transformed the very force that could have destroyed South Africa, centuries of racial division, into the foundation for unity. How? Through miraculous manifestation, the soul-level ability to expect and create the impossible. The result? He didn't just change policies. He elevated an entire nation's consciousness. He demonstrated soul mission alignment so perfect that his personal transformation became the blueprint for collective healing. And this is what happens when leaders operate as channels for divine purpose rather than servants of ego. And then there's Jacinda Ardern, the former Prime Minister of New Zealand. On March 15th, 2019, the world reeled in the wake of the Christchurch attacks. Ardern did something extraordinary. She didn't just respond, she transformed the very meaning of strength itself. Traditional leadership would have demanded tough rhetoric and aggressive positioning. Instead, Ardern demonstrated divine guidance reception, allowing something greater than political calculation to guide her response. She showed the world that true power comes through compassion, not domination. But here's the spiritual technology at work. Through heart-centered power and sovereignty, she held space for an entire nation's grief while simultaneously taking decisive action. Gun control reform in weeks, not years. Global policy influence through empathy, not force. She cultivated magnetism and power of attraction, not through charisma tricks, but through authentic soul expression. Leaders worldwide began studying her and studying her approach because she was demonstrating leadership from humanity's next evolutionary level, where vulnerability becomes strength and love becomes the most powerful force for change. Notice the pattern emerging? Both leaders accessed joy in everyday moments, maintaining inner peace regardless of external chaos. But why? Because they were divinely connected to the powerful soul of the world, drawing from an infinite source of abundance and wisdom. They both stepped into their divine calling with such completeness that their personal transformation became inseparable from collective healing. Mandela's forgiveness journey became South Africa's reconciliation process, and Ardern's empathetic strength became New Zealand's and the world's new leadership template. This is a secret that less than 1% of leaders ever discover. When you align with your soul mission, you don't just lead organizations, you become an agent of human evolution. You access the spiritual technology that makes impossible transformations not just possible, but inevitable. They understood what ancient wisdom traditions have always taught. True leadership is divine service, made visible through human action. And here's what they knew that's about to change everything for you. This level of leadership isn't reserved for the chosen few. It's the natural expression of every soul that remembers its divine nature. If you're watching this, feeling something stirring within you, that recognition, that knowing, you are ready to receive your calling to soul level leadership. The same consciousness that flowed through Mandela and Ardern is available to you right now. The question isn't whether you're capable. Your soul already knows its magnificent potential. The question is, are you ready to step into the divine leadership capacity that has been waiting within you? Are you ready to discover what soul level leadership looks like through your unique expression? Because our world does not need more managers. It needs more souls brave enough to channel the impossible. It needs leaders who understand that true power comes through love, that lasting change flows from consciousness and evolution, and that the greatest transformations happen when we align with greater forces than our individual selves. The blueprint is here. The examples are clear. Your soul mission is calling. The only question remaining is, will you answer? Mandela and Ardern didn't just lead, they remembered. They accessed the spiritual technology that transforms not just organizations, but human consciousness itself, and has been for thousands of years. If you are feeling that same recognition stirring within you, then you are absolutely next. In my next video, your sacred invitation is revealed.